and welcome to another NES game, but this time this is actually for the Famicom. This is, it will not be a Let's Play, this will be more of a showcase. Yes, it is fully in Japanese. The game is called Kyaputen Tsubasa Volume II, Super Striker. This is a sports game, one of the very few sports games that I really enjoyed. And it's not only a sports game, it's also it has some of the RPG elements. So, as a showcase, I will present maybe one, maybe two matches of the game itself. And then later on, I will switch to. I will play quite a lot of the content of camera, of recording, and present how it looks like later on throughout the game. And this game was developed and published by Tecmo in July 1990, so it's over 30 years old. And my first interaction with this game was on our Slavic release of the NES. It had multiple rip-offs from the NES, from the Famicoms, and this game was one of them. And of course, it was in Japanese. So my first experience, I managed to beat the whole game on a home console, which it was in Japanese. I was just, I don't know, couple years old. I was maybe 10 years old when I started playing this, and I never learned Japanese in both text and speech. I can understand some text due to a lot of anime that I used to watch and I still watch, so I know when there's a translation error in from Japanese to text English. But enough about that. We are starting the game. The first match, team versus the other team. So we are faced with this interface. The first one is something, 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 and more something, 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 and a lot of signs. I cannot even call them letters. Since I cannot read that. So this pretty much probably sums up the next match. And here we see this is the password. This game has a password system. Whenever you, before a match, you can go in and get a password. It consists of 555 and 3 symbols. And imagine being a kid and noting down the letters in Japanese to be able to return to the game at the stage that you have finished it previously. So noting down all of those was a lot of fun as a kid. Unfortunately, I don't have any notepads with those passwords signed in. So unfortunately. And in the third one, we've got our team on the left side. We've got all of the players, and number 10 is Tsubasa. That's all I know. We can set up our formation. We can set up something else. We can switch the players on the field with their numbers. We can see information on them, and here we see their energy levels. Here are on 400. There's one on 416, one on 408, which means they are slightly better than the average. So those are from 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, etc. This is the goalkeeper. I always remember him by the first L-shaped, small L-shaped letter. We can see information on him. What those are? Well, those are the moves that they can perform. This also goes for Tsubasa. We can see that he has 7, 4, 8, and from the moves on the left side, from the top. This is purely from my memory. I have not proof recorded this before. So last time I played this was over a decade ago. But from the top to the bottom, we've got. The top it's dribble. So when you have the ball and the enemy players are approaching you, you can dribble away, and you've got 16 points in that. 14, that is the ball pass to another player. The third one, 12, that is a standard shoot. The next 12, that is I think that's tackle that you slide towards the enemy. The one that's 11, so if the enemy has the ball and you approach him and he shoots and you move and you perform that move, you block the shot. So this is the best thing to use against when the enemy shoots, to block the ball. The last one on the left bottom list is when you approach the enemy with the ball, and he tries to pass the ball to somebody else and try to take that ball after he tries to pass it. And then we've got some other moves. I can't really say what those are. Those are some at the top right. Those are no, on the right side. Those are all mid-air moves. Some of them are when you have the ball. Some of them are not. We can see that the second move from the top, that is the shoot. Because you can have a ball in two positions. One for a headshot, like hitting the ball with your head, or the other one for a volley strike. I don't know which one is which here. I never actually went into the detail here. The second one is shoot. The first one is when you receive the ball from a different player, and you are in the penalty field. That's where you have the options, all of those from the right side. The top one is to receive the ball. So instead of trying to shoot it with your head, to pass it when it's still flying, just take the ball to your feet. The second one is shoot. The third one is like fake, like you fake out that you're shooting or that you're receiving the ball, so you confuse the enemy players. The fourth one is that you try to just kick the ball as far as possible. And the fifth one, I don't really remember. Maybe the fourth and the fifth ones are the same. And those are the moves that you can perform. The third one is, I think... Let me see. Oh, okay. So those are only the special moves, not the standard moves. Every move costs some sort of an energy. So Tsubasa has over 700, the others have 400, but they don't have special moves. Tsubasa has the special move. And the lowest one is a special kind of ball pass. The second from the bottom is a special type of dribble to avoid the enemy. I'll be presenting those shortly. The second from the top, that's the overhead kick. And the first from the top is a special standard shot. So, with that, I think... Yeah, this was to check the players. With that, let's get ready for the first match. And of course, there's a intro scene. A special type of a player has appeared on the stage, and you will see that a lot of them look very, very similar. Default looks are the players that don't have any special moves. Hey, there's Tsubasa! I'm not skipping this. And now, we are waiting for a button press for the game to start. We can see the referee at the bottom, and the commentator at the bottom, the referee at the top. And he's introducing something, and more somethings of the things. So we've got 30 minutes of the match. We are the top named team versus the bottom named team. And this is the standard looks of any player. I can pass the ball. I shouldn't go so fast. Passing it backwards. Yeah, this is also a standard player. So we can see at the bottom. The top doesn't really change much. We need to focus on the map and below. So by pressing, I think, the B button, we can pause the game and we can now perform the action. Continue to dribble the ball, shoot the ball, continue to dribble to the top, to the right we can shoot. Standard shots, a shot from our side of the field will not reach the goal on the other side. I think there's only half the field of the line. At the bottom we have like pass the ball to another player and he'll immediately pass it back to us as we move forward. And the left is only a standard pass, so let's pass it to number 11. This one is a slightly stronger player, but we don't want to do that. We want to pass the ball to Tsubasa because he is our star. And the enemy caught the ball from us, and the music also changes straight away. So we know when is the music for when the enemy has the ball and when we have the ball. And since I managed to approach the enemy player and stand close, the game paused itself once again, and he has the ball at his feet, so I can slide to take it, to To the right, like, I don't know, that's like ram into him and block any of the shots. To the left, we've got if he would want to pass the ball, and to the bottom, do nothing. We don't want to do nothing. And only after a certain time, after the enemy catches the ball, you can perform. This screen will pop up. It's a couple seconds. So either he will pass the ball, or I can slide him. Let's slide. Click once, click twice. Slide. He dodged. Oh well. We've got yeah. You see, it takes time for the others to get closer. So he got close. He is shooting, and this is our goalie. As you can see, it's GK, so goalkeep, and it starts with like small letter L. So that's how I know. And I have 2 moves, and both of them are equally powerful or useless because we are a level 1. To the top, we can just block the ball with our fist, or to the sides, we can try and catch the ball. Catching the ball has a... you can potentially catch it, but you can also just barely manage to throw it out of the field or something. I'll try to catch it. The ball flies, and the goalie is not able to catch it. And we are losing 0-1. The bottom setting will go to the team configuration, to the formation, etc. The top one continues. And moving on. So, passing the ball straight to Tsubasa. This might be the simplest one. So, hold B to activate the menu. We can continue to dribble. We can pass back and forth. We can standard pass, but also Tsubasa has the special pass, which basically it's a lot harder for the enemies to capture, but I want to shoot. Tsubasa has a special shot, which costs 200 energy, which we have, and let's do that. Something, super shot. And they did not manage to block it. The ball flies in a different way. And it's 1-1. Once again, we are at same score. Tsubasa has managed to shoot a goal. And as usual, the ball starts with the enemy. They will be passing back and forth. They are just the very, very basic of the enemies. The encounters. I did not manage to stop the ball. I weakened the pass. If maybe another player would manage to block it. No, he's shooting again. This time I am blocking with ease. If he would struggle to block it, then the screen would flash. And now we managed to block it away with block the pass. I think this is the options or something. Let's see. Oh, see the field, and now I can rearrange the players. I don't want to rearrange, so let's continue. And he shot straight from the corner. Ball blocked. It's with us. 2 enemy players. There can be up to 5 enemies in an encounter. The ball is above the feet, so we can receive the ball to our feet, but if there's any sort of enemy, this is very risky. We can just pass the ball. We cannot press downwards for pass and receive, but we can press right. This is a kick it as far as possible. Let's do that. And we made it. Managed to kick it, but, well, bump it with the head. But since we are kicking it out, it's really hard to say who will receive the ball. So slide with the first one and receive the pass with Tsubasa. Of course, he passed it. And did not get it, and got it. And once the enemy player has been, let's say, defeated in an encounter, they freeze for a couple seconds. So I can now pass back and forth. Yeah, should be good. Back and forth. Now we have the ball above our head, and this is something I never actually discovered. When it's for a volley shot, when it's for head. I think when it's in a straight line, like sideways, it will be for a headshot. When it's like sideways, it will be for a volley. Yes, the top one is hit the ball with your head, and the bottom one is with your... Well, let's go for it. Special move. He managed to block it. And now another player. He did not manage to catch it quite. And that was a too strong shot. Still with the head. That is totally unlucky to hit the goal frame, whatever it's called. Yeah. Back and forth. Yeah, so I had 3 shots and all of them failed, and all of my players are in the enemy field, only 2 at defense, so 3 at the moment. So I don't expect to shoot anything unless I manage to bump it out for a corner shot. Nope. I could have tried and catch it. When the players are running without the ball, they are not losing the energy. And I think they're gaining it back slowly. None of the players jumped. That means this is for a volley shot, or he actually received it. He approached the goalie heads on, and as on the right in the menu we see that the goalie has 368 energy, and the top one, it starts with the shot something something, and the bottom one is dribble something something. So this is like a assumption game now. He will either shoot, and this will be stronger against him shooting, or he will try to dribble us to get as close as possible and then shoot. So we need to choose wisely. But I assume he will be shooting, so... Nope, he dribbled. No! Haha! We got really lucky here. The players can block the shot. Sometimes the shot might be too powerful for them to block, sometimes they can just miss to block it. But as you saw, it happened. I think we covered most of the scenarios here, except the power pass, the volleyball, and Tsubasa's special dribble, or even standard dribble. We saw standard dribble from the enemy. So the standard dribble is up, and standard. He tried to like block our pass or shot. Standard dribble. There we go. And now for the goalie. Of course, we are now under 5 minutes in this half, so the music changed to more dramatic one. And here we can try and use the special dribble. We made it. And shot. And there's no goalie now because we passed him. Yay, 2-1. Victorious music! Number 8 received the ball. When it comes to the enemies, later on it will become pretty clear. The enemies currently are labeled with numbers. Later on they will have their special names without any numbers. Tackle! I mislied. Failed. And when I see that the enemy without a number has received the ball, that's where I usually think, hey, I'm in trouble. And stop. There are certain different animations that, yeah, I'm blocking the ball. Did not manage. It's nearly time. We are at the extra time. Block the shot. Yes! Nice. They still have the ball. If they would not have the ball, we would hear like drums. I can now jump up to try and catch the ball, or I could stay here. If I jump and he'll pass the ball to somebody else, then I'm in trouble because the goalie will still not be in place. But let's jump. Or even slide. Nope. He faked it. Ha, but it went out of bounds. Out of the field. End of half one. Something, and I can check on the team. They do recover some strength during the mid-time. And if I will now the score will be the same, like 2-2 at the end. Then cheerful music. Then there will be extra time. I think it will be 15 minutes per side, and then there will be penalty shootouts. I still haven't shown the penalties, but that's not something that occurs that often, so I may not be able to. Oh my god, Tsubasa! If the clouds are moving during a pass, that means there's nobody blocking it. Now they are not moving, so we can see this guy is blocking it. Now they're moving, and they got it too. Yeah, it's all about the animations that the game presents. You can see what will happen in the next second or two. Not really very important, but hey, I managed to slide the ball. What else did I have not shown? Also, a very cheap trick. You can see that all of the players are here, and my player is at the very front. There is no offside in this game. I just take the ball and pass it straight here. Nobody got it, but since my player was the closest, he managed to catch the ball, and a volley shot! With ease. The problem is, the next closest player was the enemy. I couldn't just take the ball myself. Catch the pass. This is, I think, if I press up, this is if you would want to catch the ball down to his feet. At the bottom, do nothing, and at the right, just bounce it off anywhere. Yes, bounced it off. And straight to the enemy. Yeah, we were the only player here. The enemy takes action only after certain seconds. They don't take it too often. And he shoots, and will fail. Hey, managed to catch it straight on. If I'm passing it to a player, he will get it. If I'm passing it close to him, if I'm passing it to a blank field, the closest one will get it. If there's more than one of a friendly ones, you will then be able to choose who is supposed to get the ball. Oh no. Good. Oh, I still need to show the power pass from Tsubasa. Yeah, the pass back and forth, it only reaches the close, in a very close proximity. It doesn't go very far. So, shooting! Volley shot! And... yes! No! Yes! Haha! All of those emotions. 3-1. Usually the first match can be completed pretty much like 9-0 or something. If you really want to go for a high score, then the easiest way would be to... oh my god. Grab it. Sometimes the not ideal move to grab the ball was used. You can still bounce the ball back. It's not said that if you take the wrong move, yeah, kicked it out somewhere. If you take the wrong move, it will surely fail. No, it's not like that. I passed it forward and my player just teleported there. But if you have the ball, you are slower than the others. Maybe I'm faster than number 5. And if I approach the very close penalty field, I see the enemy goalie. You can tell that by his shadow not being a fully covered shadow, but with some lines through it. Shoot! He fouled me! Penalty kick! So, we choose who will be shooting the penalty kick. I don't think it costs any energy, but we'll take number 11. And you have a 1/3 chance of guessing correctly. It's left, it's right, it's straight on. So, I'll be shooting right. And he jumped left. In the early game, if the goalie jumps the same way that you were shooting, it's, I think, 80% chance that he will successfully block it. It's not always 100% that it will be blocked. But if he would block, the ball would fall back into the field and the game would continue without any additional pauses. Now, also, I probably did not mention it at the very beginning. Of course, this game is based on anime with, I don't even recall how it was. Let's catch the ball. I don't recall. Yes, managed to catch it. So now definitely the kick from the goalie goes to our player. Yeah. So this game, I think the game is based on anime, of course, with same or very similar name. And as a kid, I was watching a lot of it. It was airing on our TV. He has only 70 energy. He cannot perform any shots. And it was actually the dubbing was not in Japanese. It was in French. A lot of anime aired in Poland. I tried to dodge him, but he fouled me again. So you know what that means. Shoot straight on. 5-1. A lot of anime on one or two channels that were airing over 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they were dubbed in French for whatever reason. I think the first season of the regular Dragon Ball was aired, was dubbed in Japanese. But wow, nice. But everything afterwards, it was in French for whatever reason. Kick from here. Let's try and shoot. Nope, blocking. Block. And they got the ball. So I was watching this, and of course it was in French. There were only a couple of the seasons here at the time of airing, but I really liked it. Of course, they were running through the whole field. For the whole soccer field for two, sometimes for one episode, sometimes for 2 episodes. Let's pass a strong ball. Yeah, a strong ball! Kick! Sometimes the ball can knock them, like push them back, like hurt them, but it's not a penalty because it was the ball doing the thing. And yeah, a whole episode could be... I still have energy for a shot. He did not manage to catch it. Yeah, so sometimes the episode was about running from one side of the field to another, similar to how long the combat moments were in Dragon Ball. Sometimes 2 minutes in Dragon Ball were for 3, maybe 4 episodes. So pretty much similar case here. But where I'm going with this, I don't know. It aired here in Poland as anime. It was a very cool thing to watch. I liked it because I don't really like sports game, and this was unique. It has its RPG elements. What exactly? Well, we'll see it right after this match, I think, because we are nearing the time end, and they will not be able to win. So every time the ball goes out of bounds, the time reduces by 3 minutes, which is also awesome. Hey, 3 of mine, so all of you kick the ball out. I don't care where, just kick it. Yes, no, he faked it. And when they fake it, and they would be still in control of the ball, they would my goalie would not really know where the ball is, so his chances of succeeding in defending them. The goal keep would be, well, terrible. Oh, Tsubasa, you still have energy. As I said, the basic shot needs to be on the enemy side to perform, but the super shots can be done anywhere. But just because I'm shooting, it doesn't mean that it will reach the goalie. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Yes, it managed. We could time out at the very last moment. And at the moment we only have Tsubasa. as a player with special moves. But later on, this will change. We'll see a lot of enemy teams with special players that will eventually be the representation of Japan. Nice. And those players later on will be in a single team, and all of them will have their special moves. But this will also apply to the enemy players. There will be a lot of teams with very different special moves, special abilities, turbo speeds, etc., etc., etc. A lot of things are in this game, and it is of course quite a long game. I think there's around 555. I think there's around at least 30 matches in this game. Like this guy. This is well, no spoilers from me, but he is a hard one. The second match. And those players, the sound that we just heard, that was level up. And those players have leveled up. Who? Well, the first one and the last one, I don't know. I think the first one is number 11. The last one, I have no idea. And the middle one, of course, it's Tsubasa. And if we go now here, then here. Now, those three, 11, 10, and 9 have leveled up. And their energy went up. They have not learned any special moves. They just have more energy, and their abilities have raised as well. You can see that the dribble is 17, the thunder shot is not 12 but 13, etc., etc. And Tsubasa is level 2. Those guys are level 2, and the others are level 1. But those are only the upsides that I presented of this game. But what happens if I fail a match? It depends. If you fail, let me see how is it in if you fail on an odd match, so the first, the third, the fifth match, you will restart from that. If you fail an even match, so the second match, the fourth match, the sixth match, it will take you one match before. So every odd match, it's your like saving point. So you could, the second matches are usually the harder ones. And if you fail those, you just need to repeat the first one, then go into the second one and win it. If you fail the first one, from the first, third, fifth, you will just need to repeat that single one. Is it good that you need to repeat only one? No, it's not good. You want to at least win the first one and fail on the second one, because victory gives you more levels, so I guess more experience, while a failure gives you very or next to none experience points. I think this pretty much sums up what I wanted to showcase of this awesome game. I will be playing this. There is an English version of this floating around the web. I do have it, so I will be playing that one instead and present you maybe some extra matches, some scenes, some power shots from the next matches that the enemies can perform, all of the super shots. I don't know what exactly I may present, but of course this will take time before I record after publishing this one. So yeah, don't expect it too quickly, because there's a lot to go through. But let me think. No, I did not save the state here. I saved the state here. I want to go into the second match and just present you. What's the difference here? You can see the enemies are different. They have different shirts. But this guy is already looking different than ours. But there's also this guy who's all red, all angry. And this guy. And we see that they don't have any numbers, so I'll let them approach me. He's passing the ball because his AI is said to pass the ball always to this guy, and this guy will perform a headshot, which I managed to block. Easy peasy. I'm gonna kick the ball away. I want to present their power shots, because the guy, the red skin guy, has a power shot. And there's a lot of different ones, and I mean a lot. Okay. Good. I could try and shoot, but I don't want to. I want to pass the ball to number 10. But he did not manage to block it. So he was... I could not pass it to him because he was not with. He tried to block it, so he was... he freezed for a moment. Now the gray-haired dude performs a power headshot, which knocks my goalie away. And there's score for the enemy. Woo, not. But I want the other one. The other one is also pretty cool. Pass. Pass here. This should be enough. And they cut the ball. There's number 10. Of course, you can change the players as on the map. Leave him alone. You don't have any power slides. There are power slides, there are power catch the balls, there are power protect from shooting abilities. There are quite a few of those. No, Tsubasa, stay away. Pass it to this guy. Good, good. Please pass it back to him. God damn it. You pass the ball, you're shooting. Block. Nice. Good. I think that he'll shoot from the corner. Nope, he passed it. Not good. Throw it away. Pretty cool. But I want to pass it to number 10. I really want him to shoot. Nice. I don't know why he wants the ball above his head. Wait for it. Yeah, he caught the ball down to his feet, and since I set my player to to wait until he'll do that. Otherwise, he would not act in any other way. That's why we are straight into this view. But I am blocking his shot, and he's shotting. And as you could see, it was a different from the usual. It was a power shot. It would have its own animation afterwards. But since I blocked it, we could not see the whole animation, and I will leave it at that. Also, number 9 is there next to number 5. If I pass the ball here, nobody catches it. But since number 9 was the closest, he just teleported straight here. Catch the ball. Go. And avoid him. Oh, I managed to do so. Don't ask me how the enemy player got there, because there was nobody. It's not possible. The game has its own glitches, but the other thing is, I just paused the menu and there was a shout from the commentator. That means there's nobody on the enemy goalkeeper, because the enemy goalie went out of the field to try and intercept me. So if I try and shoot now, there's a high chance that he is still not there. Oh, he managed to get back in time. It happens. Yeah, so I think with this, that's pretty much what I wanted to show about this game. I, of course, will want to present at least the final match of maybe 2 or 3 matches later on. Not the entirety, not every single match, because as said, there's around 30 of them, and that means it would take around 15 hours to complete it, not to mention how many times I would fail to win, because failure is definitely an option here, which I will be taking even forcefully to have it easier later on. But for the time being, this is all for this showcase. Hope you guys enjoyed it, even though it's not in English text. But it's something. It is sure a game that can be worked out how to play and how to win, even though it's not in English or any other language that's understandable to you. Yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next game. Take care.